Chief Joseph was a remarkable military leader, and after the Indian Wars were over, he was assigned by the United States government and forced to live here in the Colville Reservation, and that's where he lived out his life. He's honored today by our military leaders, honored today by our civic leaders, and he's in every single history book. He was a remarkable leader and a very interesting part of our state's history. This truly is one of my favorite places.
In-depth, unedited interviews with state leaders. That's hard to find these days, but that's exactly what we bring you each week from the TVW studios. Tune in on TV, online, or on podcast for TVW's Inside Olympia.
Here in Seattle is this remarkable park named after Cal Anderson, former legislator from Seattle's 43rd district. Cal had previously been a Vietnam veteran, served as an assistant to the city council here in Seattle, then as an assistant to the mayor, went on and ran for the House of Representatives and then the Senate. He was a very popular elected official. He worked closely with our office on a number of pieces of legislation that related to open government, voter registration, and campaign reform. I'm proud to say I was a friend of Cal Anderson, our state's first openly gay legislator. He used to call himself a Democrat from Seattle who happens to be gay. It didn't seem to bother him or anybody else in the slightest. It was a pleasure and an honor to work with him as he chaired committees in both the House and the Senate, and we passed a lot of good legislation in the process. Cal Anderson was a friend, an advocate, and a strong representative for this district. I'm delighted that this park is named after him, and it truly is one of my favorite places. Some people call it a steamboat town, other people call it a towboat town. Some say it's an artist community, some say it's agricultural. It's definitely historical. It's the beautiful community of La Conner. Some people call it an agricultural town, and it certainly was the connection between Skagit Valley agriculture and the steamboats that plied these waters in early days, taking products to Seattle and even as far as San Francisco and Portland. Some people call it a community only known for its artists. It certainly was that as well. Some of Washington State's most famous artists were highlighted in a Life magazine article in 1953. Morris Graves, Ken Callahan, Guy Anderson, a number of folks were recognized worldwide. All of them had lived or worked here in La Conner. The Rainbow Bridge in La Conner is a really interesting story. As the bridge was being completed, it was painted a base color of orangish red. And the people of this town loved it so much, they said, we don't want a green bridge. Even though state law says every bridge has to be green, these folks said, we don't want that. The fight went on for months and months, and finally the state of Washington backed down. And La Conner got their orange and reddish Rainbow Bridge.
Do you want us to do another? Up to you.
Do one more. Do one more.
Yeah, one more.
Give it up for Blue Thunder, everybody. Thanks, you guys. And hey, give it up to the entire Seahawks organization here. We've got Blitz in the house. We've got the Seahawks dancers in the house. Give them all a round of applause. We're going to test this crowd out here, Denny. Go! Seahawks! Go! Seahawks! Go! Not bad, not bad. Okay, we're getting ready for the season. Hey, a couple things. First, I'm Bob Ferguson. I'm your governor and proud Seahawk fan my whole life. I've experienced the full range of human emotion because I attended the Super Bowl where we blew out the Denver Broncos and the Super Bowl where we lost on the goal line in the final seconds. That spans the entire spectrum of human emotion in two different experiences. So I've been there, yeah. So, hey, a couple things. So first, what we're going to do is we're going to raise this flag. And you guys are all going to help me do that later on. Before we do that, we're going to hear a few very brief speeches. You're going to hear from myself. You're going to hear from Denny Heck, our Lieutenant Governor, Steve Hobbs, our Secretary of State, and you're going to hear from the pride of Tacoma, a former Seahawk, a former Pro Bowler, and he took the Cougars to the Rose Bowl. Marcus Trufant is in the house. So look, what we're celebrating today is special. It's always a great occasion to celebrate the Seahawks. You know, obviously, the best NFL franchise with the best front office and the best players. But this year is special because it's the 50th. It's the 50th anniversary. And so once you've been 50 years doing something and doing as well as the Seahawks have, you know, that's a special privilege to really recognize that. So we so appreciate the Seahawks. Look, we appreciate them for a lot of reasons. Obviously, their winning tradition is fantastic. But, you know, one thing that I especially appreciate is the community aspect of the Seahawks, right? What they do out there in the community, as Blitz knows, to support organizations all across the state is huge. And so, look, that is something that goes beyond football and helping out folks. So the team has supported 2,500 charities, just to be clear, and this year in 50 different communities to celebrate 50 years. Give them a round of applause for that. Fantastic work. A couple other quick things I'll say. The 12th man. You know, the main things I love about the Seahawks is they bring in everybody, right? We all have agency in the Seahawks' success. If you go to a game and you're there at the field, you're the 12th man. You are part of the success of the team, right? The false starts that the crowd generates against the other team over and over and over again. And I love that. Whatever we do in our lives, whether at the office or our personal lives, we all have agency in what's going on. And the Seahawks embrace that with their fan base. So get up for all of you guys who are supporting the Seahawks and making it happen as a 12th man. And number two, look, sports is what I love most about sports in some ways as a fan is it's the great unifier. It's a great unifier. It just transcends how one looks, what one believes, what one politics are. It transcends all that. And if you're at a Seahawk game and the Hawks score a touchdown, you're high-fiving whoever is standing in your general vicinity, right? Whoever that is. It doesn't matter, right, how well you know them or don't know them, or if they're a total stranger. In that moment, right, you're united in the support for the Seahawks. And that is something that I love about sports and the Seahawks in particular. It transcends all that. So I think now more than ever we need that in our lives. And the last thing I'm going to say, a note of personal privilege, I'm wearing a throwback jersey. Does anyone know who number 17 was in Seahawk lore? Not Marcus, although we love Marcus. Dave Craig, thank you. Mudbone, Dave Craig. My favorite Seahawk, Dave Craig. I'm just going to say it. Look, the guy is number 21 all-time in career touchdowns. The guy who's ahead of him, a guy named Joe Montana. I'm just saying, Dave Craig, he's our own. So a shout-out to Dave Craig, who lives in Arizona now. I'm a huge fan of Dave Craig and hope to meet the guy. That's on my bucket list to meet Dave Craig someday. So thanks to all of you for being here. Thanks for all you do for those of you working in the state government. We so appreciate it. And with that, before we go to the flag, and you guys, by the way, are all invited over when we open up the flag, come on over. But first, we're going to hear next from your Lieutenant Governor, Denny Heck. Give it up for Denny.
Of course, he took my entire speech. So Labor Day's come and gone. The fall's arrived. Clarity has arrived. We all know how we're going to be spending Sunday afternoons for the next several months, cheering on the Seahawks. I just think it's so spectacular that we have a team that the entire community is so proud of, whether they've had a great season or just a very good season. There's something that makes you feel good about the Seahawks being our team. And just briefly, I will tell you this. I had the privilege to serve 8 years in the United States Congress. Don't hold it against me. And they provided me with my very favorite memory, right? Now, you all know that every member of Congress thinks they're really, really important and really, really special. And I made a very large bet with one of my best friends from Colorado.
Don't tell too much.
10 years later, I'm still talking trash to Ed Perlmutter about that game that was over in 2 minutes. So, one more time, go, go, go!
How you doing, everybody? I'm your Secretary of State, Steve Hobbs, And so I'm going to give you my very brief history with the Seahawks, and that goes back when I was 5 years old when the team came out. And I remember Jack Patera. I remember Jim Zorn. I remember Steve Largent. But my favorite Seahawk of all time, and many of you do not know who this is, besides Blitz, of course, is Efren Herrera. He was the kicker. That's right. And what I loved about him is you didn't know if he was actually going to kick. That's what I loved about him. A plucky team that I got to enjoy every Sunday, and I still watch him today. But because I'm a politician, you don't want to hear from me. I got to make this short. I just want to introduce the next person. Now, before I do, I just want you to know I am known to be bipartisan, and I reach across the aisle. And even though I will throw sometimes Molotov cocktails at the other side, that still doesn't stop me as a Husky to introduce a Coug, Marcus Trufant. So come on up here.
Go Cougs, baby. How's everybody doing? All right. Well, I just want to say, man, I'm very excited to be here, man, and very thankful. I'll tell my brief history, of course, with the Seattle Seahawks, and this really goes to the fans and just goes to the community, right? I've been a part of some great teams, and then I've been a part of some not so good teams, right? But the thing that remains consistent is the 12s, is the love in the community, and it just reigns true, man. Just being a kid from Tacoma and being able to play high school ball here, college ball here, and then get drafted to the pro team is like a dream come true. So the love and the support and being able to pour into the community, and then you have the community give back, man, there's nothing like it. So I want you guys to give yourselves a hand because, of course, the community and everybody here, everybody make this thing go, man. So I said I was going to keep it brief, and it's about this flag, man, and celebrating 50 years of the Seattle Seahawks, man. It's amazing to be a part of that, man. I have the pleasure and the honor to be a part of that 50th anniversary team. I mean, I made the list. I'm an old guy now, so talking to some of the younger players and stuff, man, it really is a big deal to me. So I thank you guys for your time, and I think I should check the post just one more time. See! I knew y'all was ready.
All right, everybody, so we're going to raise this flag. So if you want to join in, just head on over to this area right here, and we'll give everyone a chance to crank this thing up. You got to help out. Thanks, everybody.
Well, that's where this
motion.